वेलकम बैक स्टूडेंट्स। स्वागत है आपका हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल आईएएस मैकेनिकल एकेडमी पर। आई एम योर एजुकेटर शुभम पराशर। सो स्टूडेंट्स, टिल नाउ व्हाट वी आर डिस्कसिंग, we are basically discussed the first law of thermodynamics and their consequences. We are already discussed the various type of work interactions in various processes: constant volume, constant pressure, isothermal. These are which we have already discussed. Okay, now let's do some problems on first law on the basis of we have already studied. So our first problem is like that. Consider a room. This is a room. Consider a insulated room. This is a room and this is a room, and we insulate this properly. What does the meaning of insulation? What is the meaning of insulation? Means no heat transfer across the boundary, across the room. ना तो कोई हीट अंदर आएगी, ना ही कोई हीट बाहर जाएगी. There is no heat transfer. उसी को हम बोलते हैं इंसुलेटेड सिस्टम. तो ये रूम क्या हो गया? हमारा सिस्टम हो गया. ठीक है, और इसको हमने इंसुलेट कर दिया. वी हैव इंसुलेटेड एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन? वी हैव सप्लाई अ करंट. वी हैव सप्लाई अ करंट through heater. We have supplied the current through heater. We have supplied the current through heater. And what will happen? This heater, this is a heater. This is heater. Now tell me, if firstly this is our system, what will happen? If this is our B is our system, what will happen? Tell me, is there which type of interactions? Where is it work interactions or heat interaction or both? Which type of interactions are there? We already studied there are basically three type of interactions of energy: heat interactions, work interaction, and mass interaction. From in this case, you feel if this is our system, A is our system. Okay, then tell me which type of interaction are there. If B is our system, which type of interaction are there? How do you identify which type of interaction? I will explain in the last lecture already. We have discussed both work interaction and heat interaction properly. Then it is easy to know. It is very easy question. You will easily get this. Okay, just take a pause and think about it and give me answers on comment box. Okay, now I will explain it. So friends, what will happen there? Suppose this is our system. A is our system. What is A? A is our system. This is the system, boundary of the system. This is the boundary of the system. Okay, this is boundary of the system. Now, when currents start moving through heater, basically they cross this boundary. This is boundary and they cross this. First of all, tell me, is there any temperature variation? If the current crosses the boundary, is there any temperature variation? Current is related to temperature, anything? Anywhere current is related to temperature? No variation. There is no concept of current with temperature. Okay, so now basically we will discuss it already. If there is a heat, if there is an energy interaction due to temperature difference, then it is the heat interaction. Or other interactions which are not dependent upon the temperature difference. All interactions are basically work interactions, which we already discussed. Okay friends, all other interactions are the work interactions. So there is no temperature variation. So what is this? This is a work interaction. This is a work interaction, friends. From A, if A is our system, what will happen? Work interaction. Suppose if B is our system, this is B inside the room. Inside the insulated room, no heat transfer is there. Means heat addition, heat rejection, not possible. It means insulated. So it is our system. Then what will happen with this? Which type of interaction? If B is taken as our system, then which type of interaction is this? Tell me, which type of interaction is this? Basically, what will happen there? This work, this energy can be enters in the form of work, and this energy goes. This is an insulated system, and a lot of water molecules inside, air molecules inside the room. We already stated the first law, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can change from one form to another form. So this work which can enter the system through heater can be converted into heat, so that its temperature of this room start increasing. So we can say that this is our system. If this is our system, if B is our system, then there is what type of interaction? Heat interaction. This is basically heat interaction. There is no work interaction. No work interaction. Why? So initially, its temperature of the room is, let's say, T1, and when you supplied work by the heater, it converting into heat, and its temperature increases. There is a temperature difference in between, so that there is a heat interaction, friends. What? Heat interactions. Hope you're getting this point. This is a very conceptual thing. It is very easy if you know the basics. We already covered this, and this is a good example, or we can say that this is a good problem to understand basically about heat interaction and work interactions. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoy this question. Now let's move to our second question. Suppose a piston cylinder arrangement. This is a piston cylinder arrangement. Okay, and this is our piston. And inside the piston there is water. Water is incompressible fluid. Water is treated as an incompressible fluid. So there is inside water. Okay, friends. And there is ice. This is ice. Ice. This is ice. Okay. Now, when we supply heat from the bottom of the cylinder, we supplied energy to the cylinder. Then there is water molecules. This energy can go to the water molecules. Friends. Okay. So basically, what is the question of this? What is the question? Tell me, if we supply heat to the cylinder, contains water and ice both, what will happen? About the heat interaction and work interaction? What will happen? Heat interaction and work interaction. What is taken? These are the options. Tau is greater than 0. Heat is greater than 0. What does it mean? Heat is greater than 0. What does it mean? Means we want to find out basically what if we added the heat to the system, what is it? It is positive or negative? The work done is positive or negative here? This is our system basically. This is our system. Okay, friends. Now here heat can cross the system. So there is a heat interaction, and also when the heat consumes by the water, so there is movement of piston. So there is also boundary work. We can find out just tell me the values of it. Tau is greater than 0, W is equal to 0, or these are the options. What is the right option for this question? Are you getting the question? What is the right answer? Just take a pause and think about it and give me answer on the comment box. Okay, friends. Now let's discuss this. Now, friends, we will supply heat here. We will supply heat to our system. We will supply heat to the system. There are water molecules. Water molecules gain heat. Water molecules gain heat and their temperature start increases. What is this? What is this? It is heat added to our system. It is heat added to our system. This is basically our system. If we supply heat to the system, what will be taken as? We already discussed about the sign conventions of that. It is taken as positive. Q is taken as positive, means Q must be positive, greater than 0. Okay, Q must be greater than 0. Now what will happen with work interaction? Now, when we give heat to the system, there is a portion of ice. This is ice. Ice start melting. Ice start melting when the heat added to the system. Ice start melting. What will happen? What will happen? So friends, the density of ice is what? The density of ice is what as compared to water? Water have density of water. Ice have another density of ice. Due to the density variation, when ice start melting, its specific volume decreases. When ice start melting, its specific volume decreases. So now the piston moves downward. Let us say x distance. The piston moves downward. Now what will happen? It is case of what? It is a case of compression. Is compression happening here? The piston from here moves downward. It is the case of compression. For compression, what is the work done? We already discussed when in case of compression, work is taken as negative. How? Suppose this is our system. This is our system. For piston movement, we have applied work to it. So it is taken as negative. If this piston start moving upward and expansion can take place, we can say that this is a positive process. It is taken as positive, as I already discussed about sign conventions. So it is taken as negative. So we can say that W is less than 0. Work can be negative. It is against our sign convention. We have taken work as positive if we get output from the system. If we have to apply the work to the system, then it is taken as negative, friends. Hope you enjoy this question. It is also a practical one. So these type of question many times asked in engineering service examination, SSC, JEE, and GATE also 1 mark question. This type of, it is purely a concept based questions. Okay, friends. Now let's discuss further about few questions. Students, this is another problem. Let's understand firstly the problem. When a system is taken from A to B along a path ACB, this is path ACB. 180 kilojoule of heat is added to it and it does 130 kilojoule of work. Means heat added to it is taken positive and work done by it is taken as positive, 130 kilojoule. Okay. How much heat will flow into the system along ADB? If we go from ADB, if we go through ADB, then how much kilojoule of energy will flow? If the work done by it is 40 kilojoule. If work done by it is 40 kilojoule. These are the options. Just take a pause and try to solve this question. Now let's discuss this question. Friends, we know according to first law of thermodynamics. We know the relation of first law of thermodynamics for a process. Remember it. For a process. What is the relation? dQ is equal to du plus ddv. Or we can say that the standard relation is what? dW. This is our first law equation. Okay. If we can't say about it is reversible or irreversible, then this is the standard relation. Okay, friends. Now what will happen? In first case, from ACB, from A to ACB, what is happening? Q is taken as positive, plus 180 is equal to du is what? U2 minus U1. It is taken as it is. Okay, now What is dW? It is 130 joule positive because it is work done by the system. It is 130. Then we will get the value of U2 minus U1. What is it? It is 50 kilojoule. Okay, this is equation 1. Now friends, U2 minus U1. Du, what is du? What is U2 minus U1? It is internal energy of the system. It is internal energy of our cycle. It is an internal energy of our process. Okay friends, it remains conserved. It remains conserved. Internal energy remains conserved. Now let us take ADB. ADB. Process ADB. Now from ADB, how much heat? We have to find out the heat. We have to find out the heat. Now, this is our first condition. This is our second condition. If we go via this path or via this path, internal energy remains the same. Or not, friends? If we go via this path or via this path, internal energy remains same or not? Yes, absolutely same. So internal energy, what is internal energy between the two states, initial and final state? Internal energy remains the same. 50 plus. What is the work done by the system in this process? 40. So what is the value of Q? We are getting 90 kilojoule. This is our answer. This is the value which I am getting. So this is also a simple problem, and many times this is asking AC prelims. It is AC prelims type questions. When you see the previous year, you find a lot of questions like this type, the cyclic process. Just simply equate the equations, first law equation. Okay friends, now let's discuss further problem. So students, this is another problem. Let's understand what is the problem. A gas expands from P1 to P2. A state is P1. A state 1 is where pressure is P1, to a state 2 pressure P2. A gas expands. It is expansion process. Okay. And the relation is given P2 is P1 by 10. Okay. If expansion process is isothermal. If the expansion process is isothermal. What is the process? Isothermal process. Okay. The volume at the end of expansion process is 0.55 meter cube. What is the volume at the end of expansion process is 0.55 meter cube. If the process is adiabatic, if this process is adiabatic, then the volume at the end of expansion is what? वो हमें बताना है कि एंड पे एक्सपेंशन के एंड पे वॉल्यूम क्या होगा. Options given are 0.45, 0.55, 0.65, 0.75. So it is a very good problem, friends. It is actually gate problem. G-A-T-E, gate. It is a gate problem. Gate previous problem. You find this in previous. Okay. Now try to solve this. Just take a pause and think about the problem and try to solve this. We already discussed about this concept. When I will cover the representations of the various processes in the earlier lectures, then I will discuss about these two processes, basically isothermal and adiabatic. These two, what is the important points in between the two? I will already cover. That concept is valid here. That concept is applied here. So just take a pause and try to solve it. Now I will start giving solutions of that. So friends, first of all, draw its PV diagram. How its PV diagram looks like. Okay, how it is drawn in PV diagram. First of all, VP. It is a expansion process. What process? Expansion process. Then in case of expansion, what will happen? In case of expansion process, friends, what will happen? Volume start increases and what? Volume start increases and pressure start decreasing. That is called expansion. If volume increases, then in the expense of increasing volume, pressure should decrease. So we can say that this is our initial state. Let us say 1. Here is pressure P1. This is our final state. Let's say 2. Here is volume V2 and pressure is, let's say P2, and this is what? Volume V1, 0. So this is basically a gas. Gas is what? Let us take it gas as an ideal gas. Gas is ideal gas. unless mentioned. If the question is of real gas, then they clearly mention this is a real gas. Until they didn't mention, we consider as it is a ideal gas, friends. Okay. Now for ideal gas, the process is like that. This is isothermal process, friends. The process is like that. Suppose this is isothermal process. Okay, friends. Can you explain it? Did you feel that there is something missing in this question? Only a single 0.55 meter cube value. This volume is 0.55. This volume is 0.55 meter cube. This process is what? Isothermal. Only this value is given to us. P2, P1, V1. There is nothing mentioned. This is nothing clear in this problem. You feel that there is something missing. Actually, this is a very beautiful problem asked in GATE. Why? Because if you know the behavior of these processes, you will just in seconds you will try to solve this question. You will just solve this question within a second. How? We know that the behavior of isothermal and adiabatic process in the behaviors when we rather approach the processes like that. Okay. What will we will think there? We know the relation, basic relation. I will explain again. PVK is equal to constant. We get these values, various values of this. What? K is equal to 0, K is equal to 1, K is equal to 1.3, K is equal to 1.4. As we already discussed, K is equal to 1 for what? Isothermal. K is equal to 1.4 was adiabatic. Okay, friends. K is 1.4 what? Adiabatic. Now we also seen the relation behavior of this. How it is happen? How it will floating like that. It will floating like that. For expansion case, friends. For expansion case, it is floating like that. This I will explain you a simple trick. First, second, and third. This is 1. This is 1.3. This is 1.4, friends. Okay, this is 1.4, friends. Now just apply same here. What will see there? This is PV diagram of expansion. We already described it. What is the noticeable point in that? The noticeable point is that this is a constant volume process. This is a constant adiabatic process. What is the point? The slope of adiabatic process are much steeper than isothermal process. Why? We already discussed it. Why? Because when we give the slope of equation or the equation, we will find what? This relation for isothermal and this relation for adiabatic. This is for isothermal. We already discussed it that slope of adiabatic process is gamma times the slope of isothermal process. We already discussed it. If the slope of adiabatic process is gamma times the slope of isothermal process, then we can say that adiabatic process are much steeper. Did you feel it? Much steeper than the isothermal process. So we can plot the adiabatic process like that. This is the adiabatic process. So this is our volume V2 dash for adiabatic process. This is what? Adiabatic process. Adiabatic. So did you feel it? There is no need to calculate it. Just simply, there is only single option. Option A, whose volume is less than the given volume. All other volumes are greater. So it is basically a simple trick. If you know this concept, you can easily understand what is the answer. Just in a second. Okay, friends. So this is the concept we already discussed. Actually, friends, I clearly tell you first of all that when we studied basics, just try to understand the thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is a very easy subject if you understand it clearly. All problems are easily solved by you if you understand it clearly. If any queries, there is very few students who send me queries related to we have already covered in the class. So if you have any query, you don't understand, you are not able to get something, you are stuck in the video lectures at some point, you can ask me from mail, through WhatsApp. I will clear your queries. Without clearing your queries, you are not able to solve such type of problems. A deep understanding is necessary for such type of problems. Hope you understand it. So friends, this is basically all about this question. Can we do more questions? Okay, let's take another question. Students, this is another problem. Let's first of all understand what is the problem. So students, problem is like that: an imaginary piston engine receives heat and perform work on slowly moving piston. एक इमेजिनरी इंजन है, ठीक है दोस्तों, तो उसका एक सिलेंडर है, तो वो बहुत स्लोली वर्क कर रहा है, रिसीव्स करता है हीट को, स्लोली वर्क कर रहा है. ओके, एट ए रेट सच एट ए साइकिल ऑफ ऑपरेशन ऑफ 1 kg ऑफ फ्लूइड, 1 kg ऑफ फ्लूइड के लिए काम कर रहा है. कैन बी रिप्रेजेंटेड ऑन ए सर्कल. इसको रिप्रेजेंट किससे कर रहे हैं? एक सर्कल से, जिसका 10 सेंटीमीटर दायरा है पीरियड डायग्राम के ऊपर, और स्केल कितना दिया हमने? 1 सेंटीमीटर 300 किलो पास्कल, और वाई एक्सेस 1 सेंटीमीटर 0.1 मीटर की वो एक्सेस ये हमें गिवन है. हमें निकालना है नेट वर्क डन. ओके फ्रेंड्स, an imaginary engine receives heat and perform work on slowly moving piston at such a rate that cycle of operation of 1 kg fluid can be represented as a circle of 10 centimeter on period diagram. Scale is 1 centimeter is going to 300 kilopascal and 1 centimeter is going to 0.1 meter cube. What is the net work done? So just take a pause and try to understand the question and try to solve this and give me answers on comment box. Now let's try to solve this. First of all, plot the PV diagram. But he is mentioning that PV diagram represented in a circle. As a circle, it is represented. Suppose this is a circle. Okay, this is a circle. This is our circle. This is our PV diagram basically. But yes, this is our PV diagram. We know area under the curve. This is our curve, basically closed curve. Area under the curve is what? Work done. This area is equal to what? Work done. How will we get the work done? How we get the work done, friends? It is nothing just if you know this concept, area under the curve is work done. Just simply try to solve this. What is the area of circle? Area of circle pi by 4 into d square. Okay friends, and what is given to us? 1 centimeter is equal to 300 kilopascal. Okay friends, 1 centimeter is 300 kilopascal. Then 10 centimeter is what? How much kilopascal? 3000 kilopascal. Okay. And also we have given 1 centimeter is equal to 0.1 meter cube. 1 centimeter is equal to 0.1 meter cube. Okay friends, just try to solve like that. Pi by 4 into d into d into d into d. We have to take both the axes. How the area can be taken? Pi by 4 into d square. D square is what? This into this. Okay, so just put these values here. Both values put here. Answer is like A is equal to work done is equal to pi by 4 into 3 into 10 to the power 3 into 0.1. In kilojoule, you have to do what? It is in kilopascal. The answer is in kilojoule. Just try to solve this and we will get the answer. Okay friends, this type of problems sometimes asked in GATE, also asked in ESE prelims, this type of problem asked. So if you know the basic, friends, basically you can solve all type of problems. Actually, first of all, try to understand the subject. First thing is try to understand this subject. Then after understanding this subject, try to solve all variety of questions. Try to solve all variety of questions from various sources like standard books. Some questions solved in standard books, some questions solved by in test case series. Hope there is a new concept, new type of concept coming in test series, then try to grasp that concept. If you are not able to understand it, just tell me. I'm here for you. Okay, students. So this is basically all about the problems. We will do problems also, more problems also in a later stage. Now let's start our syllabus further. So till now, students, we are covering what? Till now we are covering the first law. We are covering the consequences of first law. We know what is the term enthalpy, where it is comes from the steam turbine analysis in Moeller diagram. The term U plus PV frequently comes. So we term it as a enthalpy, a new term as a enthalpy. So we know what is enthalpy now. We know what is first law. Okay, friends, we already know. Now let's start our topic. What? So friends, we know what? One relation. That gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. We are already talked about this. What is gamma? Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. A relation comes that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Cp minus Cv is equal to R for an ideal gas. For ideal gas. This is the relation. It is also called what? Mayer's relation. Now this relation, where it comes? Where it comes from? Friends, where it comes? This relation comes from where? Let's take a proof of this relation. Okay, friends. So from the first law of a process, we know what? dQ is equal to du plus pdv. We know this relation. Equation first. Conditions for this relation is what? What are the conditions for this relation? We already discussed it. One is closed system. First one is closed system. System must be closed. Second is what? Quasi-static reversible. And third is what? Ideal gas. Okay. Now we are discussing about ideal gas. For ideal gas relation, we know what? PV is equal to MRT. We already discussed it. Okay, friends. Now just using this relation, I am getting something. I will try to get something. How? Just here. TQ is equal to du plus. Let's take P inside. P is constant. We are taking P outside. Let's take P inside. PV. Okay, friends. Now we know the relation of this du. What is the relation of du? mCv dt. We know the relation of du plus d. What is PV? P is equal to MRT. Okay, friends. Now dQ is what? mCvP. So mCp dt. Now, friends, these two terms, Mr is constant. We know M mass is constant. R is a characteristic gas constant. It is taken as constant. So what will happen? mC dt is equal to mCv dt plus mR into dt. Just cancel out dt. Okay. M. Whatever we are getting, Cp is equal to Cv plus R. So from here, Cp minus Cv is equal to R. We can prove this relation, Mayer's relation. So this is how this relation comes from where this relation comes. This is the proof, friends. So first of all, let's understand something. Friends, first of all, let's understand something. What we are able to understand now? We are able to understand now that we know from the specific heat concept that Q is specific heat is mc dt. dQ is mc dt. This is I already discussed in specific heat concept when we learn the specific heat. Okay, friends. Now try to understand this. At what? At constant volume process. at a constant volume process. What is the relation of this? dQ is equal to du plus pdv. For constant volume process, what will happen, friends? This relation comes to zero because change in volume is zero for a constant volume. Then dQ must be equal to du. And we know for a constant volume process, this relation is mCv dt. This is the relation, friends, mCv dt. Okay. Now for a constant pressure process, similarly, the relation comes what? mCp dt. This is the relation for a constant pressure process. So, but basically I will tell what basically I am saying to you that for a constant pressure process, this relation is valid. For a constant volume process, this relation is valid. Unless until one condition is was the gas must be ideal. The gas must be ideal. For ideal gas, this relation is valid. Now, friends, we know dQ is this. We know du is this. Sorry, dQ is this. Then du must be equal to this. Du is equal to mCv dt. We know this. Okay, friends, so this is basically some points which I am just sharing to you. Now let's move further topic our. Friends, now let's start our very important topic. Now we will cover work interactions, various types of in various processes we can find out the various works. Now let's try to find out the heat in various processes, heat interaction in various processes, constant volume, constant pressure. Okay, so our next topic is heat interaction in various processes. This is our topic. First of all, constant volume process. First of all, constant volume process. Friends, for a constant volume process, we know what? Boundary work is zero because change in volume is zero. So from the relation dQ is equal to du plus pdv. At this time is zero. So what we are getting, dQ is equal to du. And we know earlier that du is, what is value of du? mCv dt. So what is value of heat interaction in this case? mCv dt. Are you getting my point? What are the conditions for this? This relation is valid when? What are the conditions for this, friends? First of all, this relation is valid for constant volume process. We are discussing about constant volume process. Secondly, this relation valid for what? This relation is valid for what? For a ideal gas. Friends, for a ideal gas. Okay, for a ideal gas. Hope you understand. So, okay. One more point. If the gas is ideal, then it can be applied for any process. If gas is ideal for any process, it can be applied for any process. यदि गैस आइडियल गैस है जो हम ले रहे हैं और कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम प्रोसेस है, ठीक है फ्रेंड्स, तो ये जो गैस अगर आइडियल है, अगर हम लगाना चाहें तो किसी भी प्रोसेस के अंदर हम इस रिलेशन को यूज कर सकते हैं. If we find out the internal energy, this relation is valid if the gas is ideal in any process. Okay, friends. So let's understand this. But our mass is constant. This is constant term. Our CV is constant. This is constant term. So U basically function of what? Temperature only. U is a function of temperature only. You depend upon temperature only. For what? For what? For ideal gas. This relation is, what is the basis of this relation? The basis of this relation is ideal gas. For ideal gas, use a function of time only. But can you explain for a real gas what is the relation of U? U must be What is function of U for a real gas? The function of for a real gas T into specific volume V. Real gas. How U varies with temperature and specific volume for a real gas. Actually, there is a relations known as energy relations, which I will cover in thermodynamic relation chapter. When we move toward thermodynamic relation chapter, we will understand this. But how U is basically depend upon temperature and specific volume both in case of real gas. Okay, friends. Just for by noting this point, this is an important point. Just note that point. Many times in GATE exams, one more question asks from U is a function of what? Temperature, pressure, both. It's a temperature only. Okay, friends. So this is basically all about. Now let's move further. Friends, tell me one thing. Suppose this is a two containers. These are two containers, both containing same gas. One is 300 Kelvin temperature and 1 bar pressure. Another is 300 Kelvin and 2 bar pressure. Okay, friends. So tell me which container have higher energy? Which container have higher energy? Tell me. Try to explain this. Which container have the higher energy? So friends, which container have the higher energy? Which container have higher energy? So I will explain it. Friends, in both containers, temperature is same. Is pressure is any energy? Is pressure is any energy? No, pressure is a what? What pressure is what? Pressure is thermodynamic property. U is energy. U is energy. Internal energy is energy. It is a function of temperature. If there is a temperature variation in between the two, then we can compare it. We can say that which one is higher energy, which one has lower energy. But pressure is what? Pressure is what? Pressure is just a property. Pressure is what? Pressure is just a property. It is not energy. Pressure is not energy. Pressure is not energy. So what? Pressure is not energy in gases. In case of gases, pressure is not energy. Okay. So both contains same amount of energy. Provided both have same mass, both are same temperature, same initial states. Okay, friends. If there is difference in their pressure, then there is no change in any energy. Both contain same amount of energy. So now move further. Hope you understand this process well. What do you say, friends? Hope you understand the process well. Now let's take some points, friends. What? Some note for you. N-O-T-E, note. What? So, friends, suppose there is a process. There is a process. Suppose there is a piston cylinder arrangement. This is a piston cylinder. There is a piston cylinder arrangement, and inside there is a gas. These are gas molecules, and we supply heat to it. From where? Through burner. We supply heat to it. Now, first of all, I will tell you, just since it is an important point, we know various type of gases. How? We already discussed it. What? There are basically three type of gases. What? Polyatomic gases, monatomic gases. We already know that gamma is 1.44 polyatomic gases. Polyatomic. 1.33, 1.67. For what? For what? It is for what? Triatomic. It is for monatomic. This is we have already discussed, friend. This is what we already discussed. Now, suppose. So, what do you think when we supply heat to it? When we supply heat to it, it will try to expand. It will try to expand. What we are getting? We are getting work input, work done. This is our boundary. When the boundary start moving upward, when boundary start increasing, we can find what work output. We can find work output. Work output. What is the maximum value of this work output? When it comes maximum. When it comes maximum, friends. The work done is maximum only when the gas is what? Monatomic. If the gas is monatomic, the work output we are getting here is maximum. Other than these two processes, polyatomic, diatomic, the maximum work done we are getting in case of monatomic gas only. How? Let's understand this, friends. We know Q. Friends, first of all, what is the process? These piston cylinder freely moves upward. What is the process here? There is no restrictions. It is a constant pressure process. This is a constant pressure process. This is a constant pressure process. Okay. For a constant pressure process, the maximum work which we can be taken as output if the gas is monatomic. If the gas is monatomic. How? For a constant pressure process, Qp is equal to what? Du plus Tw. We know this relation from first law. First law for a process, this is the relation. Okay, now friends, what will happen? Just Tw by Qp here, and 1 minus, if du comes here, here is 1, and Qp in between, du by Qp. This is the relation. We can get this relation. And from there, what is du? mCv dt. What is du? mCv dt. And what is Qp? mCp dt. dt cancel out, m cancel out. What we are getting? 1 minus 1 upon Cp by Cv is what? Gamma. Friends, gamma. This is the relation. What we are getting? Gamma. This is our work output. If gamma is more, then this term is less. If this term is less, then work output will be maximum. Hope you understand this. If gamma is more, then work done output is high. For gamma is more for what? Gamma is more for what? Monatomic gases. So we can say that for a constant pressure process, in case of monatomic gases, the maximum work output we can find. Okay friends, hope you understand it well. Now it's a good point, friends. Now let's move further. Our second process, what is it? Constant pressure process. This is an important point, friends. Many times it comes in exam. So second point is what? Constant pressure process. We already covered one process, constant volume process. Now second is constant pressure process. So friends, for a constant pressure process, we know the basic formula. dQ is equal to du plus dw. We know this formula. Okay. Now we can rewrite it as how? dQ is equal to du plus ddv. When the process is quasi-static reversible. Now we will discuss about quasi-static reversible process. Now this P is what? It is a constant pressure process. P is constant hour. So we can take P as inside du plus T into PV. Now friends, Getting one point. We know what is enthalpy. H is equal to U plus PV. We know what is enthalpy. H is U plus PV. So we can write as D is equal to D common du plus PV is equal to DH. What is this? What we are getting? In case of constant pressure process, heat transfer is equal to what? Enthalpy. Change in heat transfer is equal to what? Enthalpy. Change in enthalpy. What we are getting? Heat transfer is equal to what? Change in enthalpy. We can write it as mCp dt. So it must be equal to what? dH. So we can write as therefore dH is equal to mCp dt. What things? mCp dt. So this is the relation, important equation first. Okay. So what is the validity of this relation? What is the condition of this relation? First one is constant pressure process होनी चाहिए भाई. The first condition is constant pressure process. It must be constant pressure process. Second is what? Second is what? If it is ideal gas. Ideal gas. If it is ideal gas, if the gas is ideal, then it can be applied to any process. Like in just we are covering in constant volume process. If the gas is ideal for any process, for ideal gas for any process. Okay, friends. Now we know that U is a function of T. Now try to understand here. U is a function of temperature. So tell me H is a function of what? H is a function of what? Now friends, we can rewrite it as from this relation. We know P is equal to what? MRT. P is equal to what? MRT. So dQ is equal to du plus d into MRT. This is where relation we are getting. Now we know this is a function of temperature. Now Mr is constant here. This term also a function of temperature plus function of temperature. So dQ must be equal to what? dH, as we already discussed here. dQ must be equal to what? dH. So dH is a function of temperature. Temperature only. So we can say that H also a function of temperature. Provided it is a ideal gas. Provided it is a ideal gas. If the gas is ideal, H is also a function of temperature only. H is a function of temperature only. But in case of real gases, the function is not only dependent upon temperature. What is the conditions of real gases? Friends, what is the conditions? In case of real gases, we consider the behavior of each molecule. Behavior of each molecule we consider. So we can say that H is not a function of temperature in case of real gases. It depends upon temperature and specific volume both. In thermodynamic relation chapter, we will cover this concept and you will able to understand clearly why in case of real gases, temperature and H is a function of, enthalpy is a function of temperature and specific volume. Okay, friends. So till now, this is all about of constant pressure process. Hope you are getting this. Hope you enjoy this process. Are you clear this process? Now let's move further. Take our third process. Friends, let's take a small discussion about the exam. Actually, GATE exam is not a difficult exam. It is not a difficult exam. But who made it difficult? Actually, the questions made it difficult. Why the questions made it difficult? Actually, the way they expressing the questions, the concept are same, and they will ask the same concept. If you find the previous year questions, the formula in many questions are same, but they change the frame of reference. They change the reference of frame. How to put the question, they change that only. If you understand the question, you will easily solve that question, solve that problem. So try to solve many problems as much you can. Okay, so there is so that you have a basic understanding about which type of problems asked in GATE or which is the possibility to be asked in next year GATE exam in 2021. Okay, friends. If you feel any difficulty, don't hesitate to say me it. If you feel any type of difficulty, I am here for you. You can just message me or just contact me. I am ready to help you. Okay, friends. Now our third process is isothermal. So basically, what is isothermal process? What is the condition of isothermal process? As the name suggests, isothermal is constant temperature process. Temperature is constant. Temperature is constant. Then from first law relation, what we are getting from first law relation? Sorry. So from first law relation, what we are getting? dQ is equal to du plus PdV. PdV. Now temperature is constant. Du is what? mc dt. If temperature is constant, change in temperature is 0. This term is 0. What we are getting? dQ is equal to PdV. PdV is what? dW work. dQ is equal to dW work. Okay, this we are getting. Now friends, let's try to understand this. What is happening here? What is happening here? Just let us say this is a piston cylinder arrangement. This is a piston cylinder arrangement. There are fluid or water molecules, both many water molecules. Okay. Now according to this relation, what will happen? We provided heat to the system. This is our system, friends. We provide heat to the system, heat to the engine, and we find out the work output W. dQ is equal to W means that much heat we are provided, we are getting the same output W. Is it possible, friends? How much heat we are getting, we are provided to the system, they will give the same output as a work. Is this conversion possible? It is not the violation of second law. What is our second law? What is our second law, friends? Second law basically tells us Clausius and inequality equation and Kelvin-Planck statement. What are basically they tells? They tells that there is no engine like that which have 100% efficiency. If that engine, that process says that it has 100% efficiency. How? Efficiency what? Energy input is, let us say, dQ 100. We are getting what? Output be same, 100. And what is 1 minus 100 upon 100? What? Sorry. Input by output, 100 by output is equal to 1. Say 100% efficiency. Is it possible? No, friends. Don't take perception like that, friends. That this energy we will provided, we get 100% of work. This total energy can be converted into work. No, this is a wrong concept. No. This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening. What will happen here? What will happen here, friends? Let's try to understand. We will provide heat to the system. The system has also have internal energy, some internal energy U. Our provided heat to the system is not converted into this work. Our provided heat comes to the internal energy, and with the expense of this internal energy, this work output can comes. So we can say that this is not the violation of second law. Our heat provided is not converted into work. This work can be find out with the help of what? Internal energy and heat supplied both. The system have inside internal energy. The system all has internal energy. So internal energy also give to the work. Unless, however, if internal energy given to the work, there is a drop in internal energy of the system, so that its temperature decreases. This is another thing. Actually, what will happen? This is an expansion process. In expansion process, what will happen? In expansion process, what will happen? Temperature decreases and pressure decreases. Both will happen in case of expansion. So this is all about this. Don't say like that heat is fully converted into work. No, this is a wrong concept. What is actually our work is not fully converted, our heat is not fully converted into work. Okay, friends. So this is basically the process. Now fourth one is adiabatic process. Fourth one is adiabatic process. For adiabatic process, we know that d is equal to 0. There is no energy interaction. There is no heat interaction. Heat transfer from inside to outside is 0. So let us suppose this is a system which are fully insulated. No heat interactions. There is no heat interactions. This is system. We can say that this is a adiabatic system. And for adiabatic process, what will happen? We can find out this. dQ is 0. For adiabatic process, this dQ is 0. There is no heat transfer. Okay, friends. Now let's move further. Now our next process and last process is what? Polyotropic process. Fifth process is what? Polyotropic process. So polyotropic process. Fifth is what? Polyotropic process. What is polyotropic process? We know the polyotropic relation PVN is equal to constant. We know that relation for a polyotropic process PVN is equal to constant. We know this relation, and we also know one thing that for this process, this is a real process. No need to take P is equal to MRT idealization. No need to take ideal. It is a ideal gas relation. Okay. So friends, for our convenience, we know dQ is equal to du plus PdV. We know this. Okay, friends. For ideal gases, we can find out the heat transfer dQ. For ideal gas, we know what? What is the relation of ideal gas? PV is equal to MRT here. Here this P is not constant, friends. Here P is not constant. It is not a constant pressure process. P also varies, friends. So we can rewrite this relation as how dQ is equal to mCV dt, this relation, okay, plus what? PdV, this relation. Now we know that what is CV? CV is equal to what? Friends, there is a concept which I am missing. Further, let's discuss here. We know that what? Cp minus Cv is equal to R, friends. We know, and also we know gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Okay, just put the value of Cp into this. Then what is this? Gamma Cv minus Cv is equal to R. What is the value of Cv? R upon gamma minus 1. We are getting this. And what is the value of Cp? Gamma R upon gamma minus 1. These both relation valid for a ideal gas. These both relations valid for a ideal gas. Just take this relation here. dQ is equal to mR upon gamma minus 1 into dt. Okay, friends, mR upon gamma minus 1 into dt is equal to what? Plus PdV. Okay, this is dQ. Now integrate this. Integrate. Now integrate to both sides. What we are getting? Q is equal to what? mR term constant. Gamma minus 1 is constant. It is Q2 minus T1 basically. It is Q2 minus T1. What is getting here? P also varies, D also varies. We are getting here P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon gamma minus 1. What is it? We also prove it. This is the work done in case of a polytropic process. We also directly written it as A, like that. These are the proof. But if we required that we also directly put here this work done. Okay, friends. Now what will happen? Now we know P is equal to MRT. P is equal to MRT. Now MR T2 minus TV. MR what is the value of MR? MR what is the value of MR? MRT. We can write it as how? P2 V2 minus P1 V1 upon gamma minus 1 plus P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon what friends? N minus 1. Sorry, this is not gamma friends. It is for what? Polytropic process. Its index is N. It is N minus 1. So we are getting here. Now move further. So we are reaching there. Now T1 V1 minus P2 V2, try to reach out from here. Q is what? P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon what? Upon what? Upon what? P1 minus P2 V2 upon N minus 1. Let's take this set common. Then what is getting inside? What is getting inside? What is getting inside, friends? Then what is getting inside? Minus 1 upon gamma minus 1 plus 1. Are you getting my point? What is getting inside? Minus N minus 1 upon minus N minus 1 upon gamma minus 1 plus 1. These are the relation what we are getting. Now P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon N minus 1. What is here? Just multiply, cross multiply here and try to solve this. Gamma minus N upon gamma minus 1. This is the relation. Friends, what is this, friends? What is this, friends? What is this? This is the W poly. W poly means work done in a polytropic process. We can rewrite it as W polytropic. Work done for in case of polytropic multiplied by gamma minus N upon gamma minus 1. This is the relation of heat transfer in case of polytropic process. Polytropic process. Okay, we can find the relation this. So friends, now let's discuss about the specific heat for a polytropic process. We know get specific heat for a constant volume process, for a constant pressure process. Now for a polytropic process, what is specific heat? How it can be defined? Let's understand this. Specific heat for a polytropic process. Friends, we know that Q poly. What is the relation for a Q poly? We know that it is P1 minus P1 V1. P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon N minus 1 into gamma minus N upon gamma minus 1. This is the relation for Q poly. We already discussed. This is the relation for Q poly. We can rearrange this. We write this as Mr T1 minus T2 because for ideal gas upon N minus 1 into gamma minus N upon N minus 1. For ideal gas because PV is equal to MRT. For ideal gas P is equal to MRT, we can rewrite it as we know that R upon, this is gamma minus 1 here, gamma. R upon gamma minus 1 is what? R upon gamma minus 1 what? Cp. MCV T1 minus T2 upon N minus 1 into gamma minus N. This is the relation now we are getting. We know Cv is R upon gamma minus 1. We already discussed from the nearest relation how this relation can come. Okay friends. Now what is the C poly? Now C poly is what? We know that Q poly upon MdT. This is C poly. Now just put the value of Q poly here. Just put the value of MdT. We can rewrite it as for MT2 minus T1. Just put the Q poly value. MCV T2 minus T1. If T2 minus T1, then we can take a negative sign upon N minus 1 into gamma minus N upon M T2 minus T1. Just cancel out these two terms, this and this. What we are getting, friends? We are getting, friends, C poly is what? Minus Cv into gamma minus N upon N minus 1. This is the relation for C poly, friends. This is the relation for C poly, friends. Now this terms N minus 1. This term is positive and this term is also positive. Let us take N for 1.3. This is positive. Generally we use what? Generally the range is 1 n into gamma. We use this. We are generally considering this range. This range we are working on. Okay. So this term is positive. This term is positive. Then why C pole is negative? Why this C pole is negative? We know specifically it is positive as a constant pressure at constant volume. Why C polytropic process it is negative? Let's try to understand this, friends. Why C pole is negative? Why C pole is negative? Let's try an example. Friends, this is a piston cylinder arrangement is there. This is a cylinder. This is a piston. And inside cylinder there is a ideal gas treated like air. Air is a ideal gas. We consider air. Okay. There is a piston. There is a air. Now what will happen? We supply heat to air. Q. Suppose 10 kilojoule. We supply heat to the air. This is our system. We supply heat 10 kilojoule. Now what will we find? We find what? W. How much? Suppose 30 kilojoule. How this is happened? We supplied 10 kilojoule and we get output as 30 kilojoule. Meaning suppose Q poly is what? P1 V1 minus P2 V2 upon what? N minus 1 into what? Gamma minus N upon gamma minus 1. This is the relation for what? W poly. And what is this? This is W poly. Now we know generally gamma is greater than N. Then we supply this, we treated it as a 10 kilojoule. Then W poly is what? W poly is what? Let us say suppose N is 1.3. Then we know gamma is 1.4. 1.4 minus 1 is what? Suppose this is 10 kilojoule multiplied by 1.4 minus 1 is 0.4 divided by 1.4 minus 1.3 is what? 1.44 minus 1.3 is what? 0.01. It must be greater than 10 kilojoule. It must be greater than what? 10 kilojoule. How this is happening? How work output is more? Suppose we are considering 10 kilojoule supplied. Let us say 30 kilojoule is coming out. How this is more? Can you anyone tell me how this is more? Friends, the system must have their internal energy. The system has some internal energy. And this extra work which can be coming out of the system at the cost of internal energy. So, when the internal energy is given, converted into work output is coming outside of the system, the internal energy of this system is decreases. When internal energy of the system start decreasing, their temperature also start decreasing. When the temperature start decreasing, then we can say that C pole is negative. It obvious, friends, when internal energy decreases, the temperature decreases, C pole comes out to be negative. C pole negative हो जाएगा. Because why negative हो जाएगा? क्योंकि internal energy depend upon what? U is CV dt. U decreases, this decreases, then what? This term also decreases, it turns out to be negative. So we can use the relation. We can use in relation. For what relation? For the C poly relation. C poly minus CV into what? Gamma minus N upon N minus 1. This is the relation. So we can take it as CV as negative. Because extra work term can be termed in terms of internal energy only. So friends, this is basically all about the polytropic process. Okay, specific for the polytropic process. Now let's move further, friends. Our next topic is what? Next topic is what? Free expansion. Let's discuss about something free expansion. What is free expansion? Can anybody tell me what is free expansion? What is free expansion? Free expansion. What is free expansion, friends? Free expansion is the expansion against what? Vacuum. यदि वैक्यूम के अगेंस्ट आप एक्सपेंशन कर रहे हो, इट इज टर्म्ड एज फ्री एक्सपेंशन. Let us understand this, friends. Suppose this is a system, this is a container, this is a container, and it is well insulated. We insulate it well. This is a container and we well insulate it. This is a container, we well insulate it, and we make it two partition. There is there is a partition in between. Okay, one side there is a gas having temperature T, pressure P, mass M, and other is vacuum. This is empty, vacuum. When we remove this partition, the gas freely expands. The gas freely expands against this vacuum. So the process, the gas freely expands against the vacuum. This is termed as free expansion process. What is it? It is termed as free expansion process. Can you say what is the behavior of this process? It is a reversible process or irreversible process? What is this process? It is reversible or irreversible process? Friends, it is highly irreversible process. Highly irreversible process. Initial and final conditions are same. The pressure, temperature and mass for this and for this entire system is same, because this is a vacuum, there is nothing. Okay, initial and final conditions are same, but in between the temperature drops. We can plot it in PV diagram as Vp. Suppose this is a state 1, this is a state 2, 1, 2. Okay friends, pressure and 1 and 2. Okay, states. In between, we can say that it is a highly irreversible process, so we can write it in dotted form. From state 1 to state 2, the temperature decreases in between. But initial and final conditions are the same. Let us say it is volume V1, it is volume V2. When the partition is there, this is the condition where pressure is P1 and volume is V1. When we remove out this partition, then the volume is V2 and pressure is same and temperature is same. They are constant. Okay, provided what? There is insulation around. So we can find out, we can know that dQ is equal to du plus what? PdV. du plus what? PdV. Or we can say du plus what? dW. Now it is a adiabatic process. We insulate it very well. So this is no heat interaction there. Also there is a temperature. Also what? There is a work transfer. There is work transfer, friends. What you say? There is any work transfer? If we neglect the work we provided to remove this partition, if we neglect this, because it is a minor work, if we neglect the work which we provided to remove this partition, is there any kind of work? Is there any crosses the boundary? This is our total system. Then the gas crosses the boundary. There is any type of interaction there? No. So this work is also 0. There is no PdV work. Friends. No boundary work is there because they do not cross the boundary. These phenomena occurs, the gas expands inside the system, not crosses the system boundary. So we can say that inside the system the work line is 0. So we can say that Tq is equal to 0. So temperature Tk is 0. So T is equal to constant, means T1 is equal to T2. Initial and final condition temperature are same, but we can say that it is a highly irreversible process. In between the temperature drops. Friends. So we can rewrite it as how? We know that PV. We know that what? P1 V1 by T1 is equal to what? P2 V2 by T2. For ideal gas relation, friends, T1 is equal to T2 rubber, then we know that P1 is equal to P2 V2. This is the relation we can get. Okay, friends. There is no work output. Suppose let us consider a case, friends. If this is our system, this is only our system. The gas is our system. Okay, friends. Then what will happen? If we remove this partition, the system boundary crosses. Yes, there is a crossing happening. So we can use this relation for work done. W is equal to PdV. Can we use this relation, friends? No, this relation is, what is the condition for this relation, friends? This relation is only valid for what? This relation is only valid for constant process, closed volume and quasi-static process. Is this quasi-static process? No. This is highly irreversible process, means non-quasi-static process. It is a non-quasi-static process. So we can say that this work done is not using there. This formula is not using there. So we can say that this formula is not using there. So, okay, this is all about the free expansion, friends. This is all about the free expansion, friends. Okay, friends, now let's move further. I think today class is sufficient for the topic. We already covered some numericals, some new topics we already covered. You can practice these topics. These are very important topics. Some questions are directly coming from this topic, free expansion. It is a very interesting topic, a very important subject. Okay, important topic. Okay, friends. So you can start practicing the questions. From another class, we will move further. We will go towards control volume analysis. Till now we are doing what? Closed mass analysis. एक फिक्स्ड मास था, उसकी एनालिसिस हम कर रहे थे. कल से हम क्या करेंगे? मास क्या करेगा? मूव करेगा. ओपन सिस्टम की एनालिसिस शुरू करेंगे, जिसको हम किस तरह से करते हैं? कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम के माध्यम से, कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम की मदद से, फ्रेंड्स. ओके, सो वी आर डिस्कसिंग फ्रॉम टुमारो, बाय टुमारो, द कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम एनालिसिस. Okay, thank you, friends. If you enjoying this video, if you enjoying the lectures, the classes of provided by IAS Mechanical Academy, then please share this channel, friends, so that maximum people can utilize this. And please, friends, please like this. Please like this video if you really like this. If you enjoy the video, if you are able to get knowledge from this video, please like this and give comments. Your comments are more valuable with us. Your comments are more valuable for us. If any query related to anything, you can contact us via WhatsApp, our Telegram group, our Telegram discussion group, or our email, which are provided in description box. Thank you, friends. Hope you enjoyed this video.